worked on every page in this 75-page book. Catalog, Dick Blick catalog, plus the front and back. Now, granted, these are scribbles. This is loosening up. This is getting free with your art. This is not caring about making something beautiful. But you can see when I first started out here, I still wanted to make something, and I made a heart. And scribbles in the background, and I put the word art in there. My mind was still saying, I want to make something. Here, I just started making lines on the page, geometrically, putting in some scribbles, putting in some circles. I did find that I put on this blue Stabilo, and when I was using my water to swish it, I found that my red marker here also swished and made lines, so I went with it. I'm just going to flip through these really fast. This one is just this one. I put a little striped border around the page. I got a little orange spot up in there, some scribbles off in here. I did divide the page compositionally. I find that I do that a lot. This page was another scribble page. I can tell you what I was thinking here, though. I was going looping down vertically, and then I said I'm going to change direction, and so I went diagonally, and then I made my lines to represent vertical and diagonal marks. That's all I was thinking on this page, just getting free. Then I said I'm going to change colors, and I have these markers. I believe this is the red marker from the, I got a whole box of these from the thrift store. And I like to get them out and just scribble with them sometimes. I thought, well, I'll make some circles, and I think what I was thinking on here was free to be me. I just want to be me. I don't want to be anybody else, just free to be me. And you can see there's F-R-E-E, and then free me. Here it is again. Free to be me, me. Let's go to the next page. I want to be just me, not you. And then I just pointed to the picture that was already on here. Just freeing myself from my thoughts. Here, I started thinking more geometrically. And I think at this point I was scribbling. You can see, I was really scribbling here. There's nothing beautiful about this art. Nothing. You might say, my kid can do this. And you know what? If you can say my kid can do this, I'm saying I have accomplished my goal. Because kids, generally, they put on the paper their expression. Here I was working with circles within circles, just having fun with it. I think I did some loopy lines here. Then I got out my little, I have this little zig dotorific, and it makes fun little dots. You'll see I use this one, this one, this one, and this one, and occasionally this, and this one once on my page. But some of these markers are just getting old. I'm not using anything that I went to the store to buy to do this. Here's where I did all these dotorifics. That was fun to do. And I tried to make them very much in a row here, and then I just kind of spotted them out on the side, and then I drew little diamonds. Just having fun. This is more of like a seashell type thing, radiating out. Here again, this was just getting free with my marks. This one's a mess. Yay, I accomplished my goal. But I was thinking dot and radiating out, dot, radiating out, dot, radiating out, dot, radiating out. And then I was kind of saying, what would it look like if I darkened all this in? And so I just made little scribble marks. Now here I think is where I start. All of this just loosened me up. Well, maybe this one is kind of nice. But all of this other stuff, I just wanted to loosen up. I wanted to scribble, and I find sometimes if you just scribble, it loosens you up, and then you can think. And at this point, I've started getting out my little ink pad. I got out one here that's completely dry. I got it at Tuesday morning. It was probably dry when I got it. But this one is a chalk marker. And I just made spots. Had a lot of fun doing that. I'm going to have to take this back closed again. I find these caps don't stay on here too well. And then I connected them with lines. I like this one. So here, oh, I scribbled again there. But I like this one too. So I'm starting to, all that scribbly stuff, like what I'm doing here, it frees me to create with fewer inhibitions. And that's what this whole process is about. I like this. I used this chalk marker again just to make lines this way. And then I just came back in with some geometric designs in there, my little dot marker again. I'm not unhappy with this one. I was thinking ferns and leaves. Just making marks. This is where I got out this copper leaf. This is an old one. It's going dry, but I do like the metallic on it. And I just made big circles and put some metallic in there. Again, putting in some shadow between the circles. Nothing fancy. I like this one. This one I was thinking circles and kind of rounded rectangles. And then I came in with some cross-hatching in there. And I like this one because here again I was just thinking horizontal lines clear across the page. And here I was thinking starburst. That's all. Here I was thinking starburst. Well, I think I started out with a circle right here in the center of the page. And then I said I'm going to make it starburst out from the center of the page. And then I'm going to make it radiate out this way. Another kind of scribble page. I call this my bunny ear page because when I started it was like bunny ears. And then I said I don't want bunny ears, so I started making marks this way and then putting in some. But I still see bunny ears on this page. Nothing fancy, scribbles. I like this page a lot. Here was the dot and the radiating out. This is more organic to me. Same way with this, only instead of two, I went to 4 smaller ones, just having fun. Then I said, well, I've done organic, now I want to do geometric. So I did lines across the page and then started putting in little squares and rectangles. And here I did the same thing with the lines, only I made them vertical. And then I made my rectangles cross the vertical lines, and then I made different shapes and then colored in with red the little red squares. So there is some thinking here, but it's free thinking. It's not anything that I thought about before I started this page. Some of it I did carry over. Like here I carried over the rectangles and the squares from here, but I didn't really plan it out. Scribble, that's what this is for. Now here is really where I got out these portfolios. And you can see, I really do like working with these because they're soft and they give me all that broad color. My hands get very oily. I would say if your paper starts coming off when you're working with these, keep your papers because your hands get oily with this and that paper will prevent your hands from getting all messy. I get messy anyway and I tend to break them a lot. I'm pretty hard on these. But I put them back nice and neat. I like this one a lot. So here again I've got the circles. And then I've got these sort of triangular shapes. And here I can really say I was thinking a crowd of people here. I like this one a lot. And I like this one a lot. So all these scribbles, all of the scribbling that I'm doing in here, like this, is helping me get to things like this, and this, and this, and that. This one I like a lot, and I like this one a lot. So I loosened up all that inhibition that's kind of holding me back, that says I've got to do something that looks like somebody else's. Here again, I went to geometric, and I did circles inside of squares, circles inside of squares, and then I colored them different colors. I kind of like the fact that this lady's showing through. I really do like working with these portfolios, especially when I'm doing something like this. They give me a nice coverage, they give me lots of color. I really do enjoy using them. Here I was kind of thinking lace, because I started with the lacy design, and then the netting, and then the chains, and then I just colored it in with purples and pinks and oranges. This one I would say was not so successful. I think at this point I started really getting tired. And when you do 75 pages like this, you start out scribbly. And then you go to a point to where you're really getting some nice pages. Then you really do get tired again. And I think I was getting tired here. Not so enchanted with this page. But enchantment wasn't the goal. Freeing myself to do art was the goal. Here I started thinking chains. I sort of like this one. If it had some more color, maybe in where all this white is, maybe some darker blues, I would really like it. But I moved on. And, whoops, there's one in between here. Let's see what I got in between. I even forgot. Oh, another one that I'm not so enchanted with. But here again, enchantment is not the purpose. Getting marks on the page, just freeing yourself to do something on that page and not worrying about how beautiful it is. I think I was starting to think Yellow Brick Road here. And then I did all these scribbles in here, and then I attempted to make some oranges and blues, and I don't know. It's okay. This one I liked. This, of course, is a plot of daisies, I think. But what I really like is that I put these green shadowy leaves in here. And I do like that on this page. I think that works a lot. Here I was thinking vertical lines. I started out putting in blotches, and then I started thinking vertical lines. Not as a goal, but just as I was working. I'm not unhappy with this, but it probably is. It's not as fun as that one. I think this is probably my best one in this whole book, followed by this one. You can see though that this was in the middle of the process. I started out scribbly, I worked myself up into a really creative page, and then I started fading again. Here I go scribbly again. On this one, I just said, I'm just going to block out portions of this page. That's all I did here. I said, I'm just going to pay attention to the areas on this page. Of course, I got the little columns here. I got the picture there, the canvas there, the advertising up there. All of this here is just saying I'm defining the areas on this page. Very fast, very fun. This is another page of scribbles. And another page of scribbles where I was thinking about what did I write here? B-O-A, I'm not sure what I wrote there. Book or something. But take me home to the place where I belong. Oh, road. Road. I was thinking country road. Take me home to the place where I belong. And so I was just getting to a little fun picture. But I didn't develop it, I just stopped with it. And then I got to The.Meri.Atelier. So I started playing with my letters here. I think I need some darker blues in here to bring out The.Meri.Atelier in here. Not unhappy with it, playing with just scribbling letters on the page, which as I did here, I was thinking free. Just free my whole process. And I really do like these easels showing through here. I think this is a successful one. I'm not so hepped on those colors, but they work. And then This is the end. E-N-D, end. So I would encourage you to try something like this. Oh, I told you I was going to go through and separate into piles, didn't I? So let's do that. We're going to tear this apart. We're going to tear our book apart. Oh, Meri, you're tearing it apart. I'm going to tear it off of the staples this way, because some of these pages are double pages, and I'll probably want to keep the double pages and for myself. And I'm just kind of pulling it off of the staples. I'm going to divide it. I don't know how many piles I told you, but I'm going to divide it into like maybe 3 or 4 piles. I need to remove that staple. I need to remove the staples. Okay. So I think one pile I'm going to have as a throwaway pile. One pile I'm going to have as a pile of things that I think I can keep for future use. And one pile I'm going to have as a pile for, I really do like it, and it was successful. Okay, so, and this I would call successful. And I'm going to keep these. This one I'm not so sure about, so I'm just going to pull these out. Now, these may not be what I want in here, but I like this one, and I like this one, this one, this one, this one. That's not so great. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, what is this? I'll pull these out. What I'm going to do is, what are you going to do, Meri? And right here, I'm going to tear. And you're tearing them? Yes, I'm tearing them. Okay, what am I going to do with these? Okay, I'm going to put these in here, side here. We'll set these aside for a minute. I want to show you what I want to do with the successful ones. These are the ones that I said I really like. And I'm going to grab my stapler here. I'm going to staple these back together. Okay, I could even tape that down if I wanted. The Scotch tape probably won't hold forever. But this is just play. Okay, out of 75 pages, I had 1, 2, we'll count these as the double page, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages, and I'm only keeping that because it's on the back of this. I had 10 pages that I really liked. 10 out of 75 would be, well, 5 will go into 10 2 times, and 5 will go into 75 15 times. So 2/15 of pages that I really liked. Now there are pages that I'm going to take out that I think can be used as fodder, and pages that I really don't care about. These are the trashy pages. And these really, honestly, I don't care about them, but these are the pages that got me free. They loosened me up to do the art that I enjoyed. So I'm going to put those over here, even though I'm going to toss them. I'm going to keep these as, these are toss. No, I want that one. Those are tossed. I want to keep this one. Oh. Ooh, I hate that one. Let's toss these. I like that. That might be fodder, but I don't like that. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to toss that. I'm going to toss this one. I'm going to keep that horizontal line. I think I'll keep that one too. These I like. Not enough to call them successful, but I think that they could be used for something. I like that for success, for not for successful, but can be used. I'm going to keep these. I don't know what happened to the other side of this, but I'm going to keep this one. And, oh, I like my chain one. So I'm going to put these in the, I might use. These two go in the might. So there's a lot of them that I see that I might use. Here's the, no, that's a junkie. This is a junkie. Well, but I like the inside. Junkie, junkie, junkie. I like the free one. So we're going to keep free. We're going to keep free in there. We're going to keep these. Okay, so out of the ones, out of 75, I have 40 out of 75. 5 will go into 48 times. 5 will go into 70, so 8/15 of ones that I might use someday. Or I might just keep them as inspiration. I'm going to put them in my LooseLeaf Loosen Up. These are the junkie pages that I'm going to toss. Now you may have 50 pages if you don't like them, you're going to toss them. So toss them. Do like this. You may find you like them better after they're torn. I'm not going to keep them. I am honestly going to throw these away. These might make good collage backgrounds on a piece of paper, but I've got so much anyway that I am going to, and I'm doing this as an exercise to say, I will see you on the next page. That's what I want to say here. It's okay to throw stuff away if it isn't doing it for you. So I am going to take these and throw them down in my trash. These are the ones that I really did like. This I thought was really successful. I really do like that one. This one's okay. I like the geometric, but I really do like that one. I think this is the best one out of all of those 75 pages. And I like this one. I love the colors on that. Even though it's flowers. Hey, it's flowers. And I love the geometric colors on this. This is okay. So I'm going to take these, and I actually think that I'm going to fold this like this, if I can. Because I want these to show when I open up the book. I'm just going to fold it like that, just to get the, and I'm going to, I'm not going to punch holes in this, but I'm just going to, I'm going to insert it into my LooseLeaf Loosen Up. Maybe right in here's a good spot. I like that. I could punch holes in them. And then this is just all stuff I might use someday. I'm just going to slip it. Well, this was actually this, as I'm talking. I'm going to put this in here with these other successful ones. Yes. And these, which I think could be used for something sometime if I'm looking for something. I'm just going to put these in here, like this. This is my LooseLeaf Loosen Up. And all those others I threw away. I had fun doing this. I thought this was a lot of fun to do. Get out an old catalog if you have one. I challenge you to do 75 pages. This one has 85 pages, but you'll get tired before you do that. So try to find one that has only like 10 pages or 20 pages and go at it. And you might be surprised what comes out of it. And don't be afraid to throw the bad ones away. Toss them. They serve their purpose. They got you to here. Here, find your magic. I will see you on the next page.